Well, it is Tuesday morning, and that means another edition of Table Talk, where we go county to county, 12 in all here in the Coastal Bend, all to find out what you are talking about. And this morning, a follow-up on one restaurant that has now sadly gone under, and the family that runs it not knowing what they're going to do next. This morning, we return to Kingsville in Clayburgh County, where the talk is at the table, and sadly, it's no longer.
I almost felt like I was losing a loved one. It's my baby. It's everything I've been working hard for.
And everything seemed to be getting better for Rochelle Liguez, the owner of the South Texas Hole-in-the-Wall restaurant. That is, until COVID hit. And as if that wasn't bad enough, then came the big freeze.
Well, my heart dropped, to see that.
To see the collapse of the kitchen ceiling, insulation flying all over, sheetrock swinging in the air with water everywhere. Rochelle's dream turning into a nightmare.
Have you ever had any situations in your life that proved to be this difficult?
I can honestly say no. No.
What did you realize at that moment?
That we were done. We were done.
When we first visited back in December, Rochelle was holding on to hope that she was not done, that the COVID-19 restrictions would be lifted and her tables would fill up once again. And then 3 weeks ago, Rochelle began to see some positive signs.
As everybody was starting to get their vaccines or had gotten their vaccines, they started coming out again. We were actually, filling up the tables again. It felt normal.
But her restaurant, she says, no match for the wicked weather. The mother of 8 left with no choice but to shut down. There's no question, she says, it was a difficult decision.
I think my pride is what makes it harder to accept, because it does feel like I failed, even though everyone says I didn't fail.
Rochelle says if it weren't for her loyal clientele, now she'd be down and out.
I have customers stop by and tell me you didn't fail, and it's a blessing in disguise. You don't see it yet.
That blessing could be Rochelle's food truck that needs some TLC. So far, it needs equipment that will cost thousands of dollars. But Rochelle has faith things will work out. And that's bolstered by friends who have collected more than 50 items to raffle off and a successful drive-through for donations.
How realistic do you think it's going to be to get that food truck on the road?
I have to keep my faith and say it's possible.
And Rochelle's hope now? To start over. Her faith, she says, leading the way.
I hope to look back in a year and see what God's greater plan was. It was a wake-up call that I've got to just trust God and let go.
And our table talk doesn't stop here. Where should we go next? We've been to all of our 12 counties, and guess what? We're coming back. Where should we go where the food is good but the talk is even better? Let me know. You can interact with me on all my social media platforms you see right there on your screen. And of course, you can always send me an email. The address is right there at the bottom of your screen, paul.mueller@christv.com. I'll see you at the table.